Welcome back to another first impression. This time for the anime Saga of Tanya, the Evil, Season 2. Synopsis on any list. Second season of JoJo Senki. I guess I didn't have enough time to write a synopsis because, you know, this second season came so quick after the first one. Now, we are just continuing where we left off. Last time, in season 1, we fought against the Totally Not Denmark and Totally Not Norway. We defeated those in the north. We then went to the west and defeated Totally Not France and won that side, essentially mirroring somewhat like World War II. And then in the movie we went into some kind of African little mission. But now we are back on the mainland. Season 2, we continue. We are fighting against the Federation, which is totally not Russia or Soviet Union. And it starts off really strong. Animation is fantastic. Character design is good. I just like Tanya as a character. The whole little girl homicidal maniac character, Aoi Yuki, doing fantastic job with her voice acting. And again, we are fighting against the Federation in the east now. Meanwhile, the Totally Not England are biding their time. They are trying to ally with the Federation in the east to fight against this empire where we are living in. We also have naturally the Americans, Totally Not Americans. I'm sorry, they're not America. They're totally not America. They naturally are involved. We had in season 1 the whole Mary Sue arc where we have this character that is fighting against Tanya because the whole point is that God doesn't like that our guy is not believing in him. So he reincarnated our guy into the body of the little girl, into this universe that is totally not like our universe or our situation. And he is putting a lot of roadblocks into our way because he wants our guy to pray to him. He wants him to acknowledge, yeah, you are God, okay. Can we maybe stop the war? So this war is probably never going to stop unless we either kill God, he gets bored, or we start believing in him. Now, while fighting in the east, we have the same problems like we have in our world. That means we can't really advance in winter. We can't advance in spring because all the snow is thawing, getting to become water, which mixes with the dirt and produces mud, so you are slowing down. And the empire's strength, totally not like Germany, is that they are very fast. That is what they use to win the conflicts until now, which they can't really do because they are bogged down. Also, it seems like that the Federation in the East, they didn't really believe in magic, magicians. They thought they were like heresy, or they would go essentially against their belief. And now they are willing to call them back, maybe try to use them, which also means that we may have another rival for Tanya coming up. We already have, again, Mary Sue from the United States, or Totally Not United States. So it stands to reason that we get another rival, maybe from the Federation. At least the opening is showing us that there may be more fights coming. But the first couple episodes are mostly us fighting in the east, trying to advance, being bogged down, Tanya being like, you know what? How about we go and how about peace? Maybe trying peace. Now all the moves she's doing, everything she's doing is sadly not leading to peace. It is an interesting dilemma that we find ourselves in, because at one point we have a third party who wants to maybe broker a peace between the allies and our empire, and they come to Tanya and ask her opinion as part of the whole, hey, we try to scout out and try to be impartial and a just broker in this peace deal. And Tanya naturally is like, hey, I'm just following my orders. I am just little old me. I don't really have any power. So if the empire decides, hey, we should make peace, I'm not going to question that. Now the impartial observer is like, oh, they're dying. They're essentially doing whatever the country wants them to do. They are totally loyal, which is not really what she wanted to convey, but you know, whatever she's doing, it's probably not going to lead to peace. Again, the whole point of the war is for her to start believing in God. So he's most likely going to interfere whenever a peace is close. We also have a very questionable character in the Federation, totally not Soviet Union, that is very weird. Very weird. Because we see him holding a picture of Tanya, and it's like, oh, my fairy, and he's salivating and licking his finger. It is weird. It is weird. I don't know how that came to be. I do not remember. It's so long ago, since season 1. Here we see a couple pictures of like the show. This guy, by the way, is the one I mentioned. That is very weird. Definitely does not look like any character we have in our timeline, because again, this is totally fictional. Even though the opening is somehow singing about fire over Berlin or something like that, which totally fictional. Here we have some Federation fighter joining the troops that Mary Sue is in. I mean, you see them conversing over there. Naturally, we have Squishy back, we have our commanders back, we have Tanya. We have this was, oh, I mean, I can't really say much to that, but that was some crazy stuff. They know what they are doing over there, but it is very entertaining. Very entertaining. I mean, I yapped enough as always. Very entertaining, very well animated. It is going to be interesting to see where this is going. We have some, again, military movement and maneuvering. Naturally, Tanya is doing double, triple, quadruple the work that everyone else is doing, because she is like insanely strong. And it's one of those shows I look forward to every week watching. It has everything I want. It has Aoi Yuki, which already is a plus. It has crazy characters, which again, very entertaining. It's about like military and stuff, or military operations, which is, I find, very entertaining. It's totally not in any way using real life examples or real life countries, because that would be too far. Now, something we should remember all the time, the Empire here is not really evil. It feels like they are evil because they are like the Empire. It's like it's like a mix of World War I and World War II. We know World War II was not really, Germany was not really good. And so you project that the Empire is evil, but they got attacked. They are just defending themselves. So we also at some point, again, we have the brokerage of like a peace deal of a third party. And it's like, are we going to get a peace deal? Tanya would be happy. But there are some problems with the idea. It just is very entertaining. Let's see what other people thought of the first couple episodes. AnyList has it at 82%. My anime list at 8.38 with close to 10,000 votes. That's a lot. And a very good rating. For me, I would put Tanya Season 2 at a 9 out of 10. It is just really entertaining to watch. It is really interesting. We did not, at this point, really see much interference from God, at least not officially. Who knows what he's doing behind the scenes? But he, different to like Season 1, he at least until now was not like, hey, I'm here. Do you believe in me? No? Okay. I'm gonna fuck with you a little bit more until you do.